guys, it's Way here, and today I'm going to bring you guys one of the most highly requested videos recently on my channel because I've received two questions on pretty much every single video I've uploaded recently. One is when to buy investments for Black Friday when the market's going to be at its cheapest, and the second one is when should you sell cards you currently have in your club in preparation for Black Friday. Literally every single video I upload, I get about 50 to 100 comments asking the same questions, and on Twitter every day you guys are sending me loads of messages saying when exactly should you either buy your investments or sell cards you currently have in your club. So I thought it was time to make a video on it. Yesterday I did one on the best investments to pick up. I'll leave a card in the top right corner of the video. We covered low budget, mid budget and high budget investments. So if you want to know which cards to buy, go and check that one out. But this video is going to be covering when to buy and when to sell your cards. But before getting on into it, if you guys are new around here, don't forget to subscribe as I'm trying to hit 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And also if you guys could leave a like on the video as well, that would be very much appreciated. But without further ado, let's go on into the video. So first up, when exactly is the best time to sell cards you currently have in your club in preparation for the Black Friday market crash? The first thing to cover is when exactly is Black Friday. That's on the 25th of November this year, and the market is probably going to be at its lowest around about the 19th to the 22nd, a couple of days beforehand with the crash before the crash. That's what's happened over the past 2 years on Ultimate Team, and that's because people panic sell their cards before Black Friday. YouTubers like Matt HD Gamer and Nepenthes do videos on the market crash saying it's going to be a massive crash where prices are going to drop down massively, and that's going to be on Black Friday. Now, that's not normally what happens, because after watching those videos, as they have a huge influence on the market, people panic sell cards, and that means that the price actually drops down overall on the market, and the market is going to be at its cheapest a couple of days before Black Friday, and it's then going to recover slightly as people sell their cards. They then have more coins available and they start buying players, maybe new informs, new special cards, and that actually makes the market then rise up slightly, and the prices are going to go up shortly after Black Friday is fully released, which is on the 25th of November. So the best time to buy is around the 19th to the 21st. As said, I have already done a video on the best investments to pick up, but the best time to sell your cards, that is right now. If you're watching this when I'm uploading, Thursday is a really good time. Prices have increased slightly over the past couple of hours since 6 PM. Normally with FUT Champions rewards they drop down slightly, but informs especially have risen up from the past team of the weeks, and gold cards haven't really dropped down too much. So now is a really good time to sell. I think that's because quite a few people are maybe keeping their current team of the week packs just because there aren't many good players in this team of the week. There's Mbappe, and that's about it. There aren't many high-end players, so I think a lot of people are keeping them potentially till next week, and that's why there hasn't been much impact on the market. So I would personally recommend selling your cards right now on Thursday if you're watching when I'm uploading it. If not, sell on Friday or Saturday. Don't sell on Sunday though. That is because squad battle rewards come out, and that's always when the prices on the market seem to drop down. The market is always at its cheapest on a Sunday, but you can also sell on Monday. I mean, just sell as soon as possible, except on Sunday really. You want to get rid of your cards before they drop down, and the market, it's been dropping over the past couple of days. A lot of people say there is a market crash currently going on. There is, but it's kind of a pre-crash to the market crash, which is going to be happening, as I said, a couple of days before Black Friday, and that's because people are already starting to sell cards in preparation for the pre-crash. So it's like a crash before the crash, if that makes sense. There is going to be a market crash with Black Friday. It's not going to be as big as the one slightly beforehand, and there is currently a market crash as people start preparing for the market crash before Black Friday. It is quite complicated, but all you need to take from this is the best time to sell your cards is right now on Thursday. Also, if you haven't sold them then, if you're watching this video slightly afterwards, Friday or Saturday, don't sell on Sunday, but just try and get rid of your cards as soon as possible, except on Sundays. If you're watching this maybe in a week's time, just get rid of them then. Just don't sell on Sunday. That's all you need to take from this. Sell the cards as soon as possible. But with all that out of the way, now let's take a look at some examples from last year that are going to show what happened with prices so you can get a good idea of the best time to buy. Taking a look at a few examples, we're going to start off with some high-end gold cards. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo's price was around 1.5 million coins before Black Friday, but he dropped down in value to, at his cheapest, 1,263,000 coins. Now, this was around the 20th and 21st of November, and this is something you're going to see with all of the players I show you. That is when they're at their cheapest, even though, as said earlier on, Black Friday was actually on the 25th. So cards actually hit their cheapest a couple of days before that, and they started rising. Now, the reason for this is because so many people go ahead and panic sell their cards. There's so much panic and so much hype around Black Friday before Black Friday. That's when everyone sells their cards. That's when people like Matt HD Gamer and Nepenthes, lots of big YouTubers, release videos about the market crash and tell people to go ahead and sell their cards, and this just creates panic. So many people go and sell all their players so they have a lot of coins ready for Black Friday because they think the market crash is going to happen during Black Friday. And yes, it is, but there is a bigger market crash before Black Friday. That is when everyone sells their cards. That is not when you want to sell your cards, because you guys are watching this video and I'll be telling you when to sell them in just a moment. But this is when you want to buy your cards. This is when they're going to be at their absolute cheapest. Now you guys can see he actually rose up about 2 weeks or so after Black Friday. He hit 1,600,000 coins, actually just over that. So he went up by almost 400k, which is ridiculous. And he then went up even more around March, around April. He hit around 2 million coins, which is absolutely crazy. So you guys, if you picked up Ronaldo, you could have made yourself a couple 100k just in a couple of weeks very, very easily. Another example is Lionel Messi. He was a lot cheaper. He was around 663,000 coins at his cheapest. This was again a couple of days before Black Friday. He dropped down. He was at almost 1 million coins before, but he actually dropped down by nearly 400k. But then he rose up to 829k at his most expensive just a couple of weeks after Black Friday. Again, that's a really big increase. So you guys could have made a lot of profit if you picked him up. And then another high-end gold card is Neymar. He was again a little bit cheaper, but he was still around about 365,000 coins at his cheapest, and he rose up by over 100k to 478,000. Again, that's just 2 or 3 weeks after, and again, that was just a couple of days before Black Friday, around the 20th and 21st, and I think it's going to be exactly the same this year. I know Black Friday is a day earlier, but I think it's still going to be around the 19th to the 21st. That's when players are going to be at their absolute cheapest. Now, moving on to some other cards, we've got icons. These are the ones where you probably see the biggest increase and the biggest decrease in price. As you guys can see, 522,000 coins. That is what he was selling for at his cheapest point during Black Friday, or just before Black Friday rather, and he actually rose up to nearly 900k about 2 weeks afterwards, which is absolutely crazy. You guys could have made yourself about 300 to 400k had you picked him up here, and he actually rose to nearly 1 million coins around March as well, so he went up even more, which is absolutely crazy. And he was going for about 700k before Black Friday, but in the couple of days and weeks beforehand, he dropped by nearly 200,000 coins. Now, next up, we've got informs. Again, you're going to see a big decrease in price and then a big increase after Black Friday with these, especially with the high-end informs. So people like the centre forward gold inform Messi card this year, he is going to go down a lot, and then he's going to rise up a lot after Black Friday. You're going to see this with people like inform Aubameyang as well, all those high-end informs. So take a look at Pogba, for example. He was going for nearly 1 million coins before Black Friday, dropped down to 864,000 at his absolute cheapest, and then rose to around about 1.3 million. So he went up by over 400k in just a couple of weeks. So again, that is an absolutely massive increase, and the same happened with a lot of other high-end gold cards and high-end informs and legends. It was absolutely crazy. And also, it wasn't just those big expensive cards. The cheaper cards as well, all the popular cards like Renato Sanchez, Bailly, Walker, Martial, Kante. Taking a look at Smalling, he was about 11k at his cheapest before Black Friday. He rose up to 18k just 2 weeks later, and that's again a really big increase. Had you picked up a lot of Smallings, you'd have been making about 6 or 7k per card, and you would have made yourself a huge amount of profit. So as you guys will have seen from those examples, players were at their cheapest a couple of days before Black Friday. It was on the 24th last year, and it happened around about the 20th. I think the same is going to happen this year. It's on the 25th, 1 day later, but I think it's going to be around about 6 to 3 or 4 days before Black Friday, around about the 19th to the 21st. In my opinion, that's going to be the best time to buy any investments you want to get. I did do a video, as said earlier on, that shows all the best cards to pick up. There'll be a link down below in the description if you do want to go and check that one out after you've watched this video. It shows all the best cards to pick up depending on your budget. So as we've covered, the best time to sell is as soon as possible, except on Sundays, and the best time to buy now is going to be a couple of days before Black Friday, with the market crash before the crash. That is the best time to buy, and I've already covered the best time sell. So hopefully this video has helped you guys out. If you want to know exactly when the best time sell is, because there's probably going to be an exact time, especially for specific cards, if I do see any really good deals, I try and tweet them out. What you need to do is follow me on Twitter. There's a link down below in the description, and I regularly tweet out market updates. I show really good players to invest in, anything like that, and I'll try and tweet out the best times to buy, when prices are at their lowest, anything like that. That's going to help you guys out nearer to the time of the crash, which is obviously going to be in a couple of weeks time, around about the 20th. That's when we're going to see prices really dropping down. And if you take a look at the FTSE market index, you can see really what's happening with the price. I'll leave a link down below. Currently it's settling around about 65%, and it drops down a lot. If you go and check it out, you'll be able to monitor the prices on the market, and you'll really be able to see when the market crash is going to happen. You'll see the prices at their lowest, and I'd say if you see the market index on FTSE drop below about 55 or so, it's not going to get much lower. That's a really good time to buy. So if you guys do want to go and check that out, there's a link down below, and it shows exactly what's happening with overall prices on the market. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. video, leave a like if you did, subscribe if you're new around here. Hopefully the video has helped you guys out. If you have any further questions, let me know in the comments down below, or you can message me on Twitter as well. Normally I respond more to my tweets than I do my comments, but I normally try and respond to as many of each as possible. But I hope you guys enjoy anyway, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.